Unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites
additional
is now in preparation
has so powerful rockets to carry these nuclear warheads and twice as far, and thus capable of striking most nuclear weapons of so destructive hemispheres. And ballistic our unswerving objective, therefore, must be to prevent the use of these missiles. All ships of any kind bound to Cuba, God willing, that goal will be achieved. Thank you, and good night.
And here we are. First day of the build. Noster. Panels. Stuff to be stored elsewhere. The build zone. Kitchen sink. And now for the first cut. Saw's-out gun. Let's try that again. Shelf. POV, roll. That's not blood, it's red paint, but it's in my right visual space all the time. A constant reminder that safety comes first. And some time has passed, and here we see that tools are scattered about, and the space has been rearranged to accommodate world-building studio panels. The pile of lumber has been replenished and yet diminished by half, and voila, we have completion of the counters. Both counters are done. Yeah, paint job yet on the front, but that's later on. This is, believe it or not, a chainsaw on a pole. Who came up with that, and what could possibly go wrong? With the cabinets assembled, we're now moving to building the walls. And these are the walls over here. As you saw, these most of those were left over from a previous project called Terra Imolon, shot in this very space some time ago, a couple years. So, off to the walls for this world-building thing, and kind of creepy to me that right now I'm watching a movie, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Schenectady, New York, and giving me some issues as I try to understand just exactly what this film Noster, Missouri is actually about. I'll be working on that. Any ideas are welcome. All right, back to it. Yet another day of completion in the garage set. This is Studio G coming together with flashing lights. Idea is we turn that one on first, turn that one on next, turn that one off, and then turn that one off. And through the blinds that will be over this window you see behind me, we'll have the illusion of a fire truck going by. The sirens on. I'm working on getting sirens. Anyway, we can see some progress made here. We have a door. Actually functions, a little sticky in the bottom, easy to fix, needs a knob. There's the material to close that gap when the time comes. We have the window, waiting plexiglass, and covering and Venetian, or the blinds, the narrow mini blinds right here. Opening shot from the other side, of course. We have the east wall, small gap there, blue measurement, but all's well. I've got material to cover that pipe easily. And the rest of the wall, not pictured earlier, but we also have a rack system overhead to accommodate the lights and sound gear and everything. So that's it for now. Back at you next time. Damn, that's a good cup of coffee. Well, time like this, back in the day would have been a great time to have a smoke. But not anymore. Instead, it's all about business. Speaking of which, hello? Yeah, hold on. It's 8:24. Yes, AI Unplugged, Singularity. Going into production this summer. You're interested? No, it's a comedy. It's offbeat though. Well, you'd like something more dramatic. I'll have to get back to you. All right, thanks a lot. The industry, it's hard. Well, here we are, the 14th of January. The Ides of January are nearly upon us. That was my target date to have this ready to green light scheduling production. I'm going to just about make that, as today is fit and finish and tomorrow is painting, and I think by Saturday I'll have a full demo build done for some lighting tests and sound. So moving ahead as planned. Not much to show really. Oh, yeah, right. I'm going to finish the window. We've got the booths built. These were quite the job, but I'll cover them up, and I think they're going to be really spiffy once painted red. And this right here, okay, right there, that is the last surviving 2x4 stud, the last stud standing here in Studio B. Pretty efficient operation, not much waste at all. Hoping to keep that back there tucked in throughout until, of course, shooting day. This remaining board ought to be just about right to cover those up. Again, some pretty good efficiency, and pretty soon we're going to populate this back area with all sorts of cool kitchen stuff. Well, that's it for now. Back at you when these things become, well, let's say, finished. I don't eat loose meat sandwiches very often, but when I do, it's Jeffrey's made right, not Noster. Have a little bite. Damn, that's some good coffee. Well, we are later. Let's take a look around. We have some props yet to be placed, but here we are, coming together. Let's get this out of the way. The diner booths. Interesting little change up here. They were too far over. I made the room too big. So I need to take about 1.5 feet off so they didn't look so small on the other side of the room, and put in this counter. Gonna have a nice runner, fall themed runner on there, hanging over the edges to cover up these rough spots. And a nice collection of decorative pumpkins in here, keeping with the time of year. Doesn't that look good? It certainly is. Anyway, the door is installed and functional. We have one light up. That's today's activity, is to finish the lighting. Here's our kitchen area. I have 4 stools, just brought 2 out for demos. A little touching up to do back here, but there's our TV, and that's going to be working, of course. And the kitchen prep area. Plenty of room back there to move around, by the way. Should be nice. Checkout area. Some gumballs, and in this plastic box there will be cookies. Yes, real cookies, which we will eat. Let's take a little closer look around here. Poster's going to hang there, the 10 Commandments. And here we go. Jeffrey's made right. Will anybody catch that with the theme of the film? We'll see. I like the way this turned out personally. A little decorative fridge. I have to put the handles on. I mean, the handles were the whole point. Coke machine turned out okay, and there we go. This is the picture across the room. And cut.